Our next contestant number 6, Anika. Define yourself. Define yourself, Anika.
Ladies and gentlemen, what comes to mind when I say the word bullying? Perhaps an image of someone who is weak and being abused by someone else, physically, verbally, or even online would surface in your mind. Well, based on Google, bullying is seeking to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable. But to me, bullying is way more than that, and more often than not, we do not realize who the victims of bullying are. In our society, we constantly compare ourselves to others, and usually we choose someone who we view not as great for comparison. For example, someone not as pretty or smart, just to make ourselves feel better. But that's exactly why bullying happens. Bullies would choose to belittle someone and make that person feel insecure about him or herself. And how many of you here would have guessed that all this could happen at the tender age of 9? There was once a girl who couldn't fit in with her classmates, and the popular kids in her class would occasionally taunt her by murmuring things such as, "Hey guys, oh my gosh, do you see that face? I see that face, I want to vomit already." Or, "Hey guys, do you feel the ground shaking?" Whenever she walked past. And this girl who had suffered such torments at the age of 9 began to judge herself based on the standards of others. She who was called ugly constantly stared at the mirror and tried to cover her face up with a hoodie. She who was called fat constantly skipped dinner to try to be skinny, and all her confidence plummeted, for she was lost, confused, and angry at herself for not being pretty enough to be accepted by her peers. And slowly, it reached a point where she wanted to end her life. She drew scars on her wrist to portray her suicidal thoughts, searched online for ways to commit suicide, for she no longer saw purpose in living. She would find excuses to skip school because she dreaded it, she was afraid of it, and she felt as if she wasn't good enough for the people there. "Hey guys, look, is that fatty? Oh my god, brace yourselves for an earthquake." She who had already no longer saw purpose in living, with drawings of scars across her neck and her wrist, stopped dead in her tracks. She asked herself, why am I doing this? Why am I letting these people take control of my life? And who are they to judge me for who I am? With one deep breath, she walked up to the bully and said, "Yes, so what if I'm a fatty? What does calling me that make you?" And as she left, the bully stood there, speechless. For the first time in her life, she realized how foolish she was, for the bullies weren't as big and scary as she thought they were. She realized that she was beautiful in her own ways, and their words didn't matter. And 5 years later, she's standing on this stage, hoping to allow other people to know what she had been through, and that those who are undergoing the torments of bullying are not alone. As Robert Frost once said, never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself. I stand strong on this stage as once a victim of bullying and would like to stand up on behalf of all victims, for we are not as weak as you think. We are unique, for no one is born to be perfect. But more importantly, we go by our own standards, and their words will not define us. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, once again I would like to ask, what comes to mind now when I say the word bullying? Hopefully you see someone who is, although bruised, still stands bravely against his or her aggressor. Thank you.